Okay, so I'm back. Hey, Robert, once again with Smart Profit Money. Okay, in this video, I will be covering how to clean up your D7 lead finder list. So once you download it, you're going to find that your categories seem to be a little bit messed up. I'm going to show you how to actually clean that up so when you import it into a cold email software like Mailshake or some other one that you are possibly using, your open rate will not go lower and lower. One of the reasons why people's open rate just keeps getting messed up with cold email software is because of the category list. It has too many other things besides your actual list that you've chosen. Even if you've niched down and you thought you did it right, things could be terribly wrong unless you investigate the category list and remove them. So I'm going to show you how on this video, exactly how I actually do it and how I keep my open rate pretty much at 42%, as you can see in other videos. Okay, so if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started so I can show you how I did that. Okay, so I'm back. Should be able to see my pointer on screen, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. Let me go and explain though first how the video is going to go. Okay, so what's happening is everybody tries to use cold email software. If you're using one of my courses, I have a whole entire course on that, but the main thing is people keep asking, some people, it's like, why am I getting a low open rate? One of the reasons why is D7 Lead Finder, for some reason, does not give you the downloaded list exactly for what you're actually trying to actually do, if that makes sense. So in other words, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. It leaves a lot of other things in there that should not be in there. So what's happening? I just want to explain why this is going on, then we'll get into, I'm going to show you how I clean the list, how I clean the CSV file, all that stuff. Super easy to do. But if you don't do this, this is what's going on. Mailshake or any other program will think like, let's, for example, I'm going to be using personal injury attorneys for this niche here, for this downloadable niche, right? So what's going on is it thinks that that's the niche that you're in, so it keeps trying to send those emails out. But all of a sudden, inside that same list, there's all kinds of other people in there. I guess we should say prospects in there that have nothing to do with what you're actually doing. I know it seems strange because you just told D7 Lead Finder to pull personal injury attorneys, but for some reason it's pulling similar things or similar keywords to that, but it's still pulled a whole bunch of other things without you actually knowing. So yeah, it's kind of interesting because every time I bring this up with anybody that works on my team, I always tell them, make sure you clean that list inside out before you drop it inside one of the Mailshake softwares that we use or another cold email software. Okay, so let's go ahead and, instead of just talking about it, let me go ahead and show you how this is done. So again, we're inside our training software here. This is the training account, and it is a pro account. So if yours does not look like this, it's you need to go pro in order to turn everything on. Okay, and if you see me squinting a lot, there's a lot of lights in here shining on me, and I'm not good with lights in my head. I think there's a fly in here even. Oh my God, trying to do this right, but just this is not my night. Okay, so here we go. Choose keyword. You guys know, just either choose lead search or bulk search, whichever way you want, and then just go ahead and choose your niche, choose the city, click get leads, and you're all done. You're going to end up with a list just like this. So I've already done all that. So let me go ahead and show you what the problem is. There's two ways to actually clean it. I don't recommend this way, the one I'm going to show you first. I'd rather that you guys do the second one, which is actually going into the actual downloadable file, the CSV file, and just go ahead and clean it there. I'll show you the tricks and tips to go ahead and work with that. A lot of people are kind of like nervous to go into a CSV file because they think it's hard. They don't know how to remove cells or rows or columns. I'm really good at that. It's easy to do. There's nothing to it, so I'm going to show you how. Okay, but first off, we're inside here. So when you're inside D7 Lead Finder, here is your list. And if you look at the list here, keep your eye on this column here, you can see that it's pretty much the same. I'm after a personal injury lawyer, right? But if we keep scrolling down, it looks good, right? But then you'll see law firm, which is fine, pretty close, right? But I still want personal injury lawyer. So we keep going down and you see all kinds of other things. Criminal defense, pretty close, still in kind of like the same niche, right? but it gets worse. And what's happening here is, if I go to 3, let's see what number 3 has to actually serve us here. Okay, so when we're here, lawyer for elderly, legal services, insurance lawyer, now we're getting out of the thing where if you have bankruptcy lawyer, so in other words, if you're sending out on Mailshake and you already have all your messages ready to go, all your, sorry, something's flying around in here, it's just driving me nuts. If you have your emails already set up in your cold email program, they need to represent in the title and go with what you're saying. So in other words, if you're sending that email and it's already set up to go to personal injury lawyer and it ends up going to one of these other guys and they don't open it, that's what creates the low open rate, a spam count, and just a low open rate all the way across, and your whole cold email and your .com name or whichever name you're actually using, let me rephrase that, your domain name starts to get penalized over and over and over when you do cold emails. Take my word on this. This is what I do 24/7. I run many domain names. I run many cold emails, softwares. I do all this in super high volume. So I'll do many more videos on that. I just haven't lately been able to film anything. I've been involved in so many other things, and I'm trying to get back into this and just make sure that I stay focused and show you guys exactly what everybody's been asking for. So I'm trying to get these videos out for you, just so you guys know. Okay, so that's one of the main things, and I've been meaning to do this video for so long because it's so important, and I don't want to see anybody's open rate go low. So enough said on that, right? So enough talk. Let's go ahead and clean it. So just so you guys know, if I click number 4, watch how bad it gets. And I'll show you on the file because I can find them super fast on the file. So you can see that I'm going slow. Employment law, it's like employment lawyer. All this stuff here will get you a low open rate. Nobody will open that. If you guys are curious how that works, when that email lands on somebody's email inbox and they're not looking for, if they're not a personal injury attorney and they see that, they're not going to open it. And that's exactly what fires the spam, the spam count. And like I was saying, that now there's no open rate. When something doesn't get open, everything just goes bad with a cold email software. So check this out here. So when you go here, right here where I'm pointing, you can click right there. It says filter leads. You can drop in your keyword, which will be personal injury. And then just click on the white space and scroll down, and it's going to drop down from its total of 578, but it's got 299 entries were found. So it seems like it cleaned it up pretty good, but I already know because I do this all the time. You click through these numbers here, go on the page count, it's still got a lot of garbage in there, and that's why you can't trust it. So what do? You go straight into the file and you clean the file, and that's where people get lost. They're like, no way, I can't do that, I don't know how to do that. Don't worry, I got you. There we go. Here's what your file looks like. The minute you open your file, go ahead and name it something, save it, and you're ready to go. You downloaded it. If I went too fast for you, go ahead and just click this button here. I'm sure you guys know, everybody knows how to use D7-Lead Finder. Just click right here, CSV. Not Excel, CSV. And that's usually what cold email softwares want, especially Mailshake. So when you click that, it's going to open up. It's going to download, and then you just go ahead and open it. Now, let me go ahead and show you how to get around your CSV file super fast and super easy, so you guys can be pros at cleaning up a list before it goes into Mailshake. Okay, so here we go. Look where I'm pointing, right here. You see that on the C, and right under it says main category. It's hard to see, so we're going to put your mouse over and hover over the little line break between C and D. Just hover over it, hold it, and drag, and you're going to just continue to drag. And you want a little space in there. Drag it enough to where you get the space. You see that? And now I want you guys to put your mouse right on top of the C. This is easy stuff, guys. Hang in there. Over the C, and just click it once. It's going to light this up. That's it. That's it. That's where you want to be. Watch the video over if you need to do it over. But learning how to work with CSV files is going to save you a lot of time and hassle, and it's going to save your open rate. So you need to do this. Okay, then go over here to your controls. All your controls are here. The main controls that you'll be working with when you're working with CSV files is going to be delete, sort and file, and sometimes find. Okay, and then you can get good at the other ones if you need to, but you really don't need to play with everything else. Okay, so go ahead and click here, sort and find. Excuse me, sort and filter. Sort and filter, not sort and find. Make sure you guys heard me right in it. So you want to click sort A to Z. Now watch what's going to happen. You're going to click sort A to Z. It's going to give you this little prompt. It's okay where it is. It works on both actually. And click it. There it goes. And it listed everybody in the way it should be. So basically, if you scroll down and you look what's been happening here, we're looking for personal injury lawyer or personal injury attorneys fine also. So look at all the garbage though. I mean, there's just tons. You can see all this stuff. I'm only after this and this. So I already know what I want. So I'm going to clean this right now with you guys watching. You can see that the list I'm after is almost completely at the bottom. So it doesn't matter where I start, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to start at the very top. But let's go ahead and just learn a little bit how this works. If I put my mouse is here, so keep in mind, if I put my mouse right here in the corner, if you know I'm going really slow because I want this to really, this is for everybody, beginners I'm sure, but you want your mouse just to float right there. You get the little cross right there. If you click there, it's going to light everything up. That's everything on your sheet. It's called a sheet. We don't want that. We want to click the number signs that you see here. So you're going to click number 1. You can click number 3. You see it moves. 5, all that. Now if you want to grab like what's in between when you light one up, like number 7, and if I go to 14, I'm going to click, before I click the 14, I'm going to click shift, and then I'm going to click on 14. And you see how that grabs that there? And if I want to get rid of that space, I just go to this button, delete cells, delete sheet rows, or delete sheet. They'll all work. The one you want to use is delete sheet rows. It's going to take those out and then push them back up to the top so they're reformatted. A lot of people don't know how to reformat things. And one thing, just watch me do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean this up. So again, let's light this up so we can see what's going on. I'm going to open this up just a little bit more. Okay, so what we want is, I'm going to grab everything. I'm not going to grab the first line, of course. I'm going to go to number 2. Let's go ahead and leave that. Hold on. Okay, so we can do that here. We're going to just do it one more time. Sort from A to Z. Let's go ahead. And we are going to grab everything. So let's go down first. I don't want law firm either. Or lawyers or legal service. I want to go all the way to this line here, which is medical lawyer. That's 241. Okay, and if we scroll all the way to the very top, I know this is all junk anyhow. I'm going to go here to number 2, but before I click number 2, remember, I'm going to click shift and 2. Now what did that do? Let's go ahead and look. It grabbed exactly what I wanted. Okay, so if I scroll down, there it is. So that's it. You can see that it's grabbed everything right there. Okay, so click delete. Actually, I clicked the delete button on my PC. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to use this one here. So it still will work. And just click delete sheet rows, and it pushes it all the way up. So that was pretty cool, because if you hit delete by accident on your keyboard, it doesn't do anything. It just throws away what's inside the cells. And then to delete the sheet rows, don't forget the command right here is going to be here. You got these. This is the whole trick to all this. That's the tricks and tips for working with CSV files. So really cool stuff. So let's keep cleaning this up. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down. Let's go ahead and light this up. If you want to see the row that you guys are working in, the easiest way is just go ahead and click it again at the top, light it up, and then scroll down and go down to the very bottom till you see more garbage. So you see all this garbage? I'm down here. I know that property lawyers, no, it's not what I'm looking for. And I'm just going to scroll. I can see it's all mixed. I'm looking here. I can see that this is all different things. Auto accident lawyer, law offices. I mean, it's just a bunch of stuff, right? I don't need any of this. I'm just going to go down. You can see that it stops. I don't know what's flying in here. Okay, so we're going to click shift first, spam, and then let's go ahead and go delete sheet row. Now, if you're wondering like, oh, it's stuck here, so I haven't clicked anything else but sheet row. But don't worry, okay? What you're gonna do is hit your save button. Don't forget to hit the save button, save. And I'm gonna click right here, and if I scroll down or up, it should just bounce back. It usually does when you click here, or click on the 1 or the 2, and it should go away. If not, sometimes you can close it when it gets confused, but it should. Yeah, it's gone, see? So some people always ask me, hey, how do you get rid of, when you delete something, you still have that big space? Well, the trick is you can use these, like I just showed you, delete sheet box, and click away, like click somewhere on the white if you have to, but always hit save. After you throw it away, hit save, and then come back and hit like number 2 or 1, and then you'll see that it shifts back. If you have to, close the entire file, open it back up, and then it should reformat, and it, you know, by itself. You do have a format button here, but you don't really have to use it. You can move things around with this if you have to. So all your buttons, again, just for the people who don't know, they're right here. These are your main ones. If you play with these, you'll get really good at CSV files. And like I said, this one is the sort by A to Z. So what we've done is, let's go ahead and look instead of me going off on something else. But here we go. So the main category is totally cleaned up. Personal injury attorney, personal injury law is cool, and personal injury lawyer. I can live with that. And we're going to scroll down and let's see what we've got. Let's see. We got 281. So we're going to hit save again just so you guys know. So what we've done here, we've cleaned up. So for the people who are kind of like, "Last, why are we doing this?" Again, because when you upload it to Mailshake or whatever cold email software you guys are using, the emails need to match. I already have a bunch of emails in there, like 5 for each campaign. And when they go out, there's already titles in there too. And everything changes, but it's always about, if it's for this niche, it's going to be specifically for personal injury lawyers or personal injury attorney. If it goes off a little bit, that's when you get nobody's going to open it. The email is not going to get read, it's not going to get open. Spam score goes up. Somebody could label it as spam, or just your open rate just goes through the roof. Don't do it. I highly recommend do what I just showed you. This is what I do with every single list that goes in. I keep an average open rate around 42%. Sometimes it goes a little bit lower. It goes a little bit lower, but it goes back up. Okay, so you guys understand that? And this you'll find this in the course too. I do have that in the SMMA Profits course, whoever's interested in that. And if anybody's having any trouble like creating your just setting up the whole SMMA thing, don't forget to check out the SMMA Profits course. You'll see the link right now on screen or floating around somewhere. And check it out because it's jam-packed with everything you guys need to know to get your SMMA business up and running. Okay, so that's pretty much it on this video. Hopefully you guys got some value out of that. I hopefully answered the main questions that I've been getting for about 3 months, and I made sure that I did go after these here. And I already have another video in the course about the same exact thing. I just wanted to make another video for the people who are on YouTube, because I really want this to help everybody, because it's a huge problem that digital marketers are finding out later. Nobody ever brings it up. I never see anybody talk about this. It's always make sure your list has to do with what you are working with, or it is going to be a huge mess. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Don't forget to click on the next video coming up, and I'll see you guys on the inside.